What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Keepin It Real podcast. I'm your host, James. With me are Reese and Calvin today. Jack was supposed to be here, but he's currently having some technical issues, so he might join any given moment, and we'll have to just catch him up to speed. How are we doing, guys? What have we all been watching during the week? We're going to have reviews for Megan and The Last of Us Episode 1 come out as well this week, but what else have we been watching?
I have watched barely anything.
New job, busy man.
It's been too tired every time I get home. The only thing I've watched is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
What a movie.
Just to have something I've seen before in the background. I was meant to watch Pinocchio yesterday, but I got home and I was so drained.
So
I'm going to watch it on the. I'm going to watch it
as well. A lot to take in. So
I'm going to watch it on the weekend, I think.
Yeah, before the Oscar nominations come out. Reese, what about you?
Well, today I actually smashed out. I thought I only had 2 episodes of Andor left.
Okay.
When I put it on, I realized I had 5. So I smashed out 5 episodes of Andor today.
You watched 5 today?
Yeah. Put them on.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
It's really good. It is really good.
What, at work?
No, I actually did work a lot today. I think I had like 20 minutes. I watched some of it on my lunch.
Right.
And then I had like 20 minutes at the end of the day where it was quiet, and I was like, I'll chuck it on now.
Yeah, we'll just say that.
Watched it since.
You watched it during your lunch.
Yeah. No, I did. I think minutes today.
5 hours during lunch.
I can't watch anything with minutes on. I gotta listen to what they're saying.
Yeah. I went to go see Tar last night, which none of you guys have seen, so we're not going to get around to a full review. But if you have time, go and check this out, because it's made my top 10 for the year. Cate Blanchett has overtaken Michelle Yeoh for my best actress pick. She is phenomenal, and the movie's like this. It's almost like satirical at points. The pretentiousness of the film, sort of mocking the pretentiousness of its lead character. It's like an examination on power, sort of post Me Too movement. It's long, it's slow, it's deliberate, surprisingly creepy.
I will not be seen it then.
Yeah, 240. You hate your 240 movies, don't you, Reese?
You can't say 240. You can't say it's long and slow. I'm not gonna go see it.
But it's good. It started off and I was like, this might be a bit much, and then like 40 minutes in, I was like, fuck, I'm really into this now. Yeah.
Did you not like
creepy.
any film that's slow, Reese?
No, some films I do like some slow films. You can't say it's 2 hours 40 and it's slow.
But it's great.
That's not a good combination for me. Yeah, I enjoy some slow films. I don't mind, but I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it when it comes on Netflix.
Watch it in like 2 parts.
Prime.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely worth it. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Big fan. Hope it gets nominated for a lot. Some movie news this week. Calvin hasn't seen it, but Megan 2.0 has been announced.
How's it? Yeah.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, because $12 million budget. I think it's made 96 so
Give
far.
Give me 5 of these films.
I've got titles for all 5 already. Megan 5, obviously. Megan 5, and the 5 is the S, and there's loads of them. An army of Megans.
That's what I think is going to happen in the next one, though, because of what maybe what we see in
maybe what we see in Megan 1. Yeah, we really enjoyed Megan, though.
There's
gonna be a review up on the channel for Megan. If you have, check that movie out. If you haven't, big recommendation. We had a great time. I've seen it twice.
I laughed. Laughed so much.
That we did. It was a great time, was it, Reese? We'll talk about it more later, but yeah, really sort of had like a 90s like Small Soldiers vibe to it at times. Obviously Chucky, but it's got like Blumhouse sort of like having fun with a lot of their horror movies, and it was very in line with what they do. Just got announced today, Tron 2, well, I guess Tron 3 is looks like it's going ahead, filming this year. Jared Leto starring. No thanks.
I think my friend's actually working on that film.
Yeah. Well, good for them, but
very exciting.
I don't want it. And then
I don't want it, but good for them.
The director of Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Didn't see that one.
And
which one was that?
I think 4, wasn't it?
Was that the one with Penelope Cruz in it? So that one?
No, that's number 4.
No, that was 4. 5 was the
definitely
one
not
with
Super
Javier
5 then.
Bardem.
No.
The,
was
the
good.
worst, the worst of the lot.
It was called like Dead Men Tell No
Tell No
Tales.
Yeah, Dead
Tales.
Men
But then
Tell No Tales.
obviously in
We got
America
the
they
shit
changed it
title,
to
didn't we?
Salazar's
Yeah,
Revenge.
yeah, that was America's title, and
Oh.
we got Salazar's Revenge.
Oh, why?
Awful. No idea why. Yeah, he also did Maleficent 2. So not a great track record. And Daft Punk aren't together anymore. So they won't
Get
do the
them in
score.
2 separate scenes.
Yeah. They do half each.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like Tron Legacy. Joseph Kosinski, who obviously went on to do Top Gun Maverick. That was one of his first movies. I think it's a lot
How
of fun.
much did you like Tron Legacy before you saw Top Gun?
I've always been a fan of Tron
Yeah.
Legacy. I think that as a really fun movie, like visually, other than fake Jeff Bridges, is
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah, I
immaculate.
think I watched it quite a lot. I think I had it on DVD when I was younger. I think I did watch it quite a bit.
Yeah, that was one of the only other movies than Avatar that I think did 3D really well. Because every time they were in the real world,
Hugo.
it just Hugo. Yeah, no, there's a few to name, but
Spy Kids 3D.
shut up, Reese.
Chaplin, Lava Girl.
I hate Spy Kids. I've
Well,
never.
all of them.
Yep, I think they're terrible.
That's wrong. Spy Kids 2.
Even as a kid, my mum was like,
Spy Kids 2.
put Spy Kids on. I'm like, this is trash.
Have you
Put
seen
Spider-Man back on?
Have you seen the weird one where it's like Joel McHale and Jessica Alba, the parents?
Was that the
That
4D
was the
one?
I think it's
sequel
like
to Shark
4,
Boy
yeah.
Other Girl, wasn't it? Like
It
We
was
Could Be
like-
Heroes or something. Pedro
No,
Pascal.
there's a Spy Kids 4. And it's
Oh, right.
Joel
Yeah.
McHale and Jessica
It was
Alba.
called
on
4D, yeah.
one day
Oh,
on, like,
and you had,
that was
like-
the smell one.
Yeah, you had little
smell.
pieces,
little
like a little piece of
scratch and
paper.
sniffs.
Yeah. Yeah, not a fan of Spy Kids. I was a Sky High kid.
Yeah,
I like
Sky
Sky
High
too.
is Sky High is what
Sky
Spy
it
High
Kids
is-
2 on the island with
Nah,
all those
man.
weird like animals.
Not
Steve
a fan.
Buscemi, that was sick.
Not a fan.
is.
We've also got some.
Spider Monkey. Either way.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Spider,
Monkey, yeah.
we got some Avatar 3 news. So obviously for these first 2 movies, Sam Worthington as Jake has been our narrator. We are seeing the story through his eyes. Avatar 3 is going to be Loak, his son, the one who survives. He is going to be narrating the 3rd film. So that's going to be
I
interesting.
thought you were going to say it was Spider then.
I know. I was like, oh god.
Hey,
What
maybe down
that
the road
3rd
we-
film? Like I saw all the memes about being, saying like, oh, watch them do like the Fire Nation, and that seems exactly what they're doing. It's so weird to me that 2 things called Avatar are now both trying to do, like James Cameron's now trying to add the elemental type thing to it.
I doubt. He probably had this.
Yeah, but it's
That's
such a
probably it, yeah.
coincidence that they're
Yeah.
both called Avatar.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he wants it for
just-
himself. When people say Avatar,
Well, no, because they only had an idea for the sequels after the first film, really.
Well, he's ripped it off, then.
I know,
James
like
Cameron
obviously
ripped nothing
using like elemental as a base, it's simple to understand. Avatar: The Last Airbender wasn't the only thing to ever use it, but it's just that they're both called avatars. Really,
Yeah.
really.
Also, some news today that obviously Payakan the whale will be returning, and his human Australian nemesis Mick Scoresby will be back, hopefully with a metal arm.
Probably. Yeah.
Get that man a metal arm.
So are they setting up like James Cameron setting up like a Moby Dick situation?
100%.
So this
I
guy,
can't wait. I can't wait
just
for
gonna
him
be
to rip
obsessed
his
with
other
the
arm
whale.
off. Yeah. Every movie he loses another limb. That's how it's going to be. And he's just going to be a vengeful head in a jar by Avatar 6.
He's gonna be like MODOK, just floating around.
Big head. Weirdly, it's just Corey Stoll again because he's just got a big head now. They did
Well, that
to
weird
him.
thing from remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? There was like the brain in like the stomach.
Yeah, Krang.
Is that his name? Krang?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it is. Yeah, Krang. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the bad guy in the last Ninja Turtles movie, which
Oh,
I thought was pretty fun.
I didn't watch them.
That was just like an hour and a half cartoon. It was great. Our main topic today, we want to sort of, before the next few weeks where we're talking about movie awards, really, Oscar nominations are out this week, BAFTAs were today. Thought we'd just highlight some of the best TV of last year, because that was the best year for TV I can remember in forever. I watched more TV than I ever have in my life. last year. So just to highlight some of the best shows that we got, praise some of the good performances. Calvin, what did you watch last year?
Oh, not much, to be honest. I don't think I watched many new releases. That's the thing.
Well, we got Andor, we had House of the Dragon, we had Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. I mean, House of the Dragon is just up there for me anyway. It's just Lord of the Rings was a massive letdown for me.
I enjoyed it. I think 'cause it was coming out at the same time as House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon had the writing.
It still would be
Lord
a
of the Rings had
disappointment,
the
I think, overall.
spectacle.
It's just forgettable.
I wasn't expecting a lot from it, so I was actually quite surprised by how much I enjoyed it.
I sort of stuck with it for a bit, and then it just sort of, by the end, it just completely lost me. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt in like its bad places because I thought it had a lot of good as well, but by the end, I was just like, I'm done with this. But yeah, House of the Dragon is probably the best TV show I watched last year. I'm probably quite biased because that's right up my alley.
Yeah, that's your shit.
I thought Andor was great, and now I'm sort of struggling to see how I can go into like The Mandalorian season 3 now, to be honest. Like
this trailer came out the other day.
Like, because I like The Mandalorian, but
I don't. But
any Star Wars now, if I might struggle with it. Andor's ruined Star Wars for me.
Yeah,
in the best possible way.
Reese,
what else came out?
I'm looking at a list now. So
yeah,
some of the ones I really like: The Boys season 3.
Boys season 3 was.
I think
phenomenal.
I thought it was a bit. It didn't really do it for me. Season
really?
3. I think I watched it a bit later than most people, so I don't know if the hype sort of caught me.
Were you a fan of season 1 and 2?
Yeah, I really liked season 1 and 2. I feel like it's just running a bit stale.
I don't know.
Well, I think season 4 is going to be the most disgusting season.
Yeah, but that's like that is obviously, to me, that's just like, okay, like I don't care about that. Like, to be honest,
I think
like that's not a driving. I know that's a marketing thing for them now, which is quite successful because they've said it they said it definitely for last season anyway, and that became like everyone was talking about it on social media.
And they did go bigger and grosser.
They do.
I feel like eventually that show is going to have to either end in the next season or 2, or start becoming something new and having like.
Well, they're working on like spin-offs and stuff, and
I don't know, like superhero. I think maybe it's just not. I don't want it to fall into something like when it came out, it was this fresh new superhero thing, and I feel like it's sort of running out of steam already with that. I feel like it has to do something else.
I don't know. I think because of all the other superhero content we're getting, The Boys every couple of years when it comes out feels fresh. Because we're getting, like 10 projects a year in that genre.
Until they start expanding that universe and it doesn't become fresh anymore.
Well, yeah, when the news came out that they were doing the spin-off, I was like, you kind of.
I don't think they'll do it.
Doing exactly what you're satiring.
I feel like maybe this will be the main one where it's like they're like the new generation of like heroes in there or something. I think.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's.
I think it is. I think they're all younger. I think they're the next.
Yeah, it's set in like a high school.
Other than like Diabolical, which like isn't really linked to the, they can do that. But speaking of like superheroes and stuff, I enjoyed Peacemaker.
Peacemaker was,
it's been a lot. I'm looking at a list now, and there's something I totally forgot about.
Was it Invincible 2022 then?
Stranger Things was this year.
2021.
Peacemaker was great.
Stranger Things was brilliant. I think they only stumbled in season 2. I think they just keep getting better from there.
I enjoyed
again, just the writing on that show is incredible.
I know you liked it as well, Porter. Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, that's the new Office.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
To be honest, I've only just heard of it since like the awards.
It's just got greenlit for season 3.
Yeah, it's really good, and I really enjoy. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Only Murders in the Building.
I haven't, but season 3 they've just announced Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd joining the cast.
Yeah, it's Steve Martin, Selena Gomez,
Martin Short.
Yeah, Martin Short. It's brilliant. It's funny. I really enjoy it.
I do need to give that a watch.
But I recently, White Lotus, man. White Lotus is one of the best TV shows I've ever watched.
Yeah. yeah, if you don't know what the White Lotus is, which it's got so many awards now. Jennifer Coolidge keeps winning shit. It's an anthology series set in a different hotel, a different White Lotus. You find out in episode 1 that I guess has died, and then we flash like a week before, and then we go from there, and then by the end you should hopefully give a shit who has died, and
I
all the
didn't
way through
realize
you're intrigued.
it was by
Mike White,
Ned Schneebly.
Ned Schneebly himself.
Ned Schneebly. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Who's Ned Schneebly again?
School of Rock. He's like Jack Black's
his
like
friend,
best friend.
and
Who
he takes
pretends
his
to
Oh,
be-
identity.
right. Okay.
Yeah, he also
Jack Black
wrote
didn't
School of
create the
Rock.
White Lotus, did he?
Yeah, great show though. I thought when I was halfway through season 2, I was like, I just don't know if there's any way this beats season 1. I think like Murray Bartlett really made season 1 for me. He plays the hotel manager, and obviously he's been in that Welcome to Chippendale since he's going to be in The Last of Us. But then in the last couple of episodes, season 2 really, really takes a turn, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't wait for the next episode. Yeah, I told you, Reese, and you binged 2 seasons in 2 days.
Yeah, I smashed out 2 seasons in like
On his lunch.
I think. On my
During
lunch.
lunch.
I was off work, so I had all day to just watch White Lotus.
Yeah. The Bear as well, also a big highlight from last year. Has anyone watched it?
I've told
No,
you
I
I
need
can't
to.
watch that. You've
Why?
ruined it for me.
Just honestly,
Yeah, it did. It looks good, but you posting that infernal picture of him in his white vest constantly is just completely. I
Well,
will not be able to watch the show without thinking of that.
it's just such a funny photo shoot. I don't know what.
Yeah, because
really
wasn't it meant
cracked
to
me
be
up.
like he's like is he British?
No.
Wasn't it? He was like there was like an article about with that photo shoot. He was like he's like some sort of like a Timothy Chalamet who like
It goes to the gym.
it was something worse than that. It was like he's rough or something.
Well, he wasn't Shameless, the US version.
Yeah, he was in US Shameless. I know
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, Jeremy Allen White, incredible in that show. There's one episode, it's done in one shot, and they're all like 20, 25 minutes long. But just hilarious at times, really emotional at times. So it just hits everything you want it to hit. So that was a big highlight. Can't wait for season 2 of that. Just hopefully this year. Did either of you watch Severance?
No, I was going to bring it up because I know you really like it, and I'm not.
It's literally one of my
Incredible.
most. It's literally like my most anticipated thing to watch, and I told you I was going to watch it. Like how many months ago was that? Probably like 6.
Like 6, yeah.
No, I have Apple TV.
You were
just
going to
sitting
watch
there,
it before
and
I
I'm not
watched it.
watching it.
Yeah, I've known about it since it came out.
Yeah.
and I was like, that looks great, and then, life didn't find a way.
But yeah, it's just the premise itself is genius, and how they go about it, which again, it's got a great sense of humor, but there's always this underlying tension because you really have no idea what is happening. I remember
Ben Stiller write that?
Yeah, it's
on his own.
I don't know if he wrote it by himself, but it's
He's such
his creation. He's sort of the face
an
of it.
enigma of a man. Like he's
Yeah,
really
what a
he's just
talent.
he's really such crap, and then just like even in comedy, like he's released like Zoolander and Tropic Thunder, which I think are like comedy masterpieces, and then
Yeah.
he's just done like some absolute like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty and just things like this, and I'm like,
I remember being so excited for that movie, and I watched.
I
it, I
had
was
to
like,
watch that in uni when I was doing my like film and TV like section of my degree.
were they not good? Were they not good tutors?
I don't. I
Why
think
did
it
they?
was- no,
Why
I
did
think
they
it was
assign
more-
you
I think it was
that?
less to do with the acting and more with the way it was shot.
beautiful looking film.
I think that's what it was. It was the
Yeah.
way it was shot, which was weird because I was on an acting course, not like a media course.
You should know it all.
Oh, it was fucking boring. My God, I just remember one day he was riding a bike or something. That's all I remember from that fucking film. He rides a bike along.
I don't mind it. It wasn't as great as I hoped it'd be, but yeah, it really delivers with Severance. Adam Scott's amazing. I remember I was watching the penultimate episode and it ends on a cliffhanger, and I screamed. No! So I was like, I can't believe I've got to wait for season 2 because I thought that was the last episode. and then I looked, and the last episode was coming out a day later. I was like,
Hopefully,
right, I can relax for a while.
hopefully it's not one of those sci-fi shows which they tend to reveal. Happen with Westworld, they tend to like reveal everything. Like I think Westworld season 1 is one of the best season 1s of TV I've ever watched. Like it's so good. But then as you go on with seasons, like it just becomes less and less. And I do think it's more of a problem with like sci-fi high concept shows because it is a lot about what's really going on here. And when that gets like revealed, like where do you go next?
It's not fully revealed in season 1.
No, I know
So,
that, but
yeah.
like how I hope it doesn't go. That's why, like, I think in recent years, I do like a solid, limited series, something like Watchmen, where it just is just that.
It's all wrapped up in 10 episodes. Yeah. Obviously we spoke about Andor. What else did we have? You enjoyed The Sandman, didn't you, Calvin?
I thought the first 5 or 6 episodes were amazing, and then it just didn't work for me because it's essentially they're covering like 2 stories, 2 main storylines in one season because it's just the way the comic book works in sort of arcs and so on. And I just didn't connect with the characters that you had 4 episodes to sort of connect to a new group of characters, introduce all the conflict, and then resolve that and sort of feel a way about them. And I just don't think they did it very well. But the first, if you either of you guys seen it?
No, I've watched the first episode.
David Thewlis gives one of the like such a good performance in the first 5 episodes. Like in those episodes, I was totally in, and then it's just a shame that it didn't really. I don't think it really stuck the landing.
8,
9 or something.
8, 9, yeah. Reacher was a show that I just had nothing else to watch, so I was like, I'll give that Jack Reacher show a go. Loved it. Binged it in a few days. That's a proper dad show.
Yeah, they've appeased all the dads because the main problem with the
Tom
that
Cruise
I ever
movies.
saw with the Tom Cruise ones, he's too short. And the way they like it's just.
Which I mean, when you compare it to the show, it is like it adds a lot. His size.
But those 2 films aren't bad.
Second one is bad.
Oh no. Okay, yeah.
His second one is very bad.
Whichever.
First one's all right.
Maybe I'm merging them both into the same plot.
First one, I think the villain was Jai Courtney. Second one was the one with Kobe Smulders.
I thought Werner Herzog was the villain in the first one.
Well, they're both. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
We had a lot of Marvel TV. A lot of it very disappointing, which isn't a surprise anymore. What was everyone's favorite MCU show?
What came out this year?
So we had Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. Was that it? TV show wise?
Probably Moon Knight.
Moon Knight then, because I didn't watch the other 2.
Yeah.
I think the highs of Moon Knight were better than any other show.
The lows were pretty low.
But the lows were quite low.
Did anyone watch that? Our Flag Means Death. Apparently that was pretty good.
Yes. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I thought that was great. Have you seen?
I've not seen it,
that?
Really
it's really good. It's one of those.
Was that 2022?
Yeah, I think it is.
I got it up here in a thing. That's why I asked about it.
It highlights all the problems with the latest Thor film that Taika Waititi did, because I think he didn't totally create this, but he's executive producer and one of the writers on it. But what I think he's good at in his older films is having that like zany comedic style, but then when it really gets to like those more serious dark moments, like it really shines. And I think it's so good. It definitely has the sort of aesthetic you'd need to do a show like that. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if either you know what the story is actually about.
Yeah, I think I kind of do,
because it's obviously they've loosely based it on like real people. So, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. What's the New Zealand Rhys Darby's act? Rhys Darby's character is like Stede Bonnet, who was a real like member of the aristocracy who left his like life of privilege to become a pirate, and he was like tutored under Blackbeard for a few years, and they've just taken that general story and just completely made it their own and just
Looks pretty gay.
yeah
Yeah,
all the good stuff.
all the good
So
stuff.
I didn't actually know that going in, and I thought the story is so.
Well, that's not the first thing I found out about it. I just like remember seeing it.
I know, I
and
That
just-
was
it
yeah, that was what
watched
Calvin
gay.
told me. I went, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and then they handle it like so well, and it all the relationships in it are so nice.
Just a
Like,
nice watch.
They're
Yeah,
just nice.
pirates are
Yeah.
people too.
Yeah.
Some of them were
Feelings.
nice, maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
and
you know,
that
to let
is.
people.
I wouldn't even be surprised if that's the tagline for the show.
It's
Pirates
nice.
are people too.
No, the pirates are people too.
Oh, yeah.
And you
that'd be
have
great.
what's his name from one of the main villains in it is the guy with the weird voice from the Batman.
Yeah.
Oh
and-
yeah,
and
Put your
also
neck on
when
the
it-
line for this guy, Jim.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
And one of the other main villains is I can't remember his name. Who was the guy in Men who played all the people?
Oh,
Oh, Rory Kinnear.
Yeah,
that's
Rory
the
Kinnear is great in it as well. He plays twins.
Right.
one. There
He
was
likes doing that then, playing multiple
He
people.
does, yeah.
Yeah,
Does
it's
he
just
give
all
birth
he
to
does
himself?
now.
He can
He's
actually
stuck
do
at
that,
it.
that's why. Just multiply.
We had season 4 of What We Do in the Shadows.
yeah, I've
Not watched a
I've
single
watched-
season.
I've watched half of it. I
Man,
think
I love
it
What We
is-
Do in the Shadows. It's
Matt
so dark.
Berry.
I love Matt Berry, so I don't know why I
should be-
haven't watched
should
it
be
yet.
getting should I can't believe he's not been nominated for any like TV comedy awards because his line delivery, it's the same thing he's been doing for years, but it just works. Like the new what's he saying to like Nick Kroll? Like you really are
New
the most
York City.
New York.
Devious bastard in New York
York
City.
Yeah. And is
So
it Mark?
funny.
Incredible.
Is it Mark Prosh who's Colin Robinson? Like
Oh, he's so funny.
good.
I like the guy who plays Nando as well. They're all
Yeah. What the
really
phone
funny.
jacker
It's such
guy?
a funny
yeah.
like cast.
Did anybody watch Bad Sisters? Sharon Horgan's.
No, I want to,
Show.
and I know you told me to, but
very,
I do want
very
to see
good. It's about four sisters, and they are
Bad.
sort of under suspicion for the murder of one of the sisters' husbands. As you find out at the beginning, he has died. Someone has killed him, and then it's sort of about them trying to kill him, not like it's not working. But yeah, really, really emotional. Sharon Horgan's great. I don't know if either of you watched Catastrophe.
I have seen
that's yeah,
bits of it.
that's another great show. Some of the shows that didn't hit last year, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I've still not finished it.
I was I enjoyed most of it. I enjoyed most of it in the moment. I think towards the end when Vader and Obi-Wan do have a scene, it's one of the best scenes in all of Star Wars.
But it's just fan service. That's at its core. They can't just get away with writing a terrible show and then just think, well, we're just gonna have these like, oh, this scene's really cool. That shouldn't be how they.
I think that's an important scene though, because never before, not so much in the movies, maybe in all the auxiliary materials, but understanding like the dichotomy between Anakin and
I've
Vader.
seen that scene before because they do the exactly same thing in Star Wars Rebels. Literally the same, just with a
like,
Ahsoka
I've not finished Rebels. I didn't watch all of Clone Wars, so I think in live action and having Hayden Christensen do it, I think just that
he's probably going to be in the
needed.
Mandalorian again, isn't he?
Yeah, probably. But the rest
they're doing Order 66 again.
Yeah. But the rest of the show didn't really hit. Like I know we were all excited for Kumail and who he was going to play. I thought it was terrible. Their use of the volume technology, was
everything felt so small.
Downright just
I think I've only seen one episode, to
insulting.
be honest. So I don't know
How much they relied on Leia within the story. I didn't completely love, because then it sort of makes you question things later on in movies that have already happened, and you're like, why wouldn't she remember this big adventure she went on with Obi-Wan?
The
So
Grand Inquisitor as well. Looked
didn't
like a
look great, did
meatball.
he? Yes.
An uncooked turkey meatball.
Gone off turkey meatball.
Yeah.
You know what fucking
Go on.
sucked?
Go on.
I watched it in one day because like I just left it on, but that fucking blockbuster. What?
Yeah.
Like
Not
was-
funny.
Yeah.
That's-
Who was in that again? Wasn't it
Randall
quite
Park
Park.
was in it. Melissa
Yeah.
Melissa Fumera's in it, and I was like, I like those two.
Yeah.
They're good. My God, what a load of just shit.
Yeah, that's
Like,
just come up on my list.
It's
Not
quite a
good at
nice
all.
concept, you know.
South
He's trying to
Park did
save
it.
Blockbuster. He's trying to keep the store open because
Yeah.
you know he loves working there. Could have been something really good, but it was just like
It was just bad writing.
Have you seen the
tropes, innit?
South Park Blockbuster episode where Randy and his family, he thinks he's got a really good deal and he's bought like a Blockbuster, and obviously they've gone bust.
Yeah.
And they basically like turn him into like Jack Torrance from The Shining.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably
like
better
people
than
are like
this.
just trying to like people are like not working because they got no customers and they're just on the phone, and you just see him in the background doing like the Shining like face when your eyebrows really low,
It
just
was
smiling.
It was
as soon as-
so lazy. It was like, you know, it was like with the likable lead and the love interest. Then you had like, oh, an old woman who doesn't know how to do anything. And then
Yeah.
you got a teenager who's kind of bitchy for no reason. And then you got the stupid teenager. And it's just like,
That dynamic works though in a workplace comedy, but it was just bad writing. It just wasn't funny, and you
Yeah,
know
it was
that's the
so
worst
bad.
thing you can be as a comedy show. Did anyone give the Halo show a go?
no, never been.
I
Really,
did.
never
I
been into
did.
Halo.
Did one episode. I love Halo ever since I've been a kid, and the worst thing about the show is like everything is already laid out for you. The story of Halo and the lore behind it is so rich, but they took the base concept and went, "We're just going to write our own thing," even though all the you've got years and volumes of info on these characters and worlds. So to just go off and make your own thing is a bit insulting to the people who you're making the show for. And a big thing about Halo is, you never see under the mask, under the helmet even. But like 70% of the show is Master Chief without helmet. And it's just, you've taken away sort of the core of what Halo is in a lot of the show. Really bad CGI.
Who plays
really
him?
bad
Is it
action.
It's
Pablo Schreiber.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, Schreiber, because he's Liev Schreiber's brother.
Yeah.
Um,
You know,
He
shows
was good.
that,
He was
like
good.
you
He was
said,
good
you're
in
talking
American
about,
Gods first season.
He was good in American Gods, yeah. Like you're talking about film, TV shows that kind of like shit on the source material. You read all this mad stuff about the new Velma series.
I'm
it's like-
convinced that was not a Scooby-Doo show. It was just a normal show, and then they were like,
Yeah, and then
can't
they
really
put
market
Scooby-Doo on
this,
Yeah.
so they've just changed all the characters.
It just baffles me because Mindy Kaling is like, she's a pretty good comedy writer.
Yeah,
And she wrote some really good episodes of The Office.
yeah.
And obviously the Mindy show was quite successful as well. And then she's just written, I'm not going to watch it because I don't want to give it the views, but from what I can understand, just a terrible, terrible show.
Isn't it like one of the lowest rated things on IMDb?
It's the lowest rated, and it's overtaken Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball film.
Bugging,
Yeah, Evolution. Yeah.
But like, yeah, because like they made, so like Freddy's a rich white guy, rich white man, and that's like it. And he's never been rich. I am very passionate about Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. Canonically,
I didn't know this about you.
Canonically, the richest member of Mystery Inc. is Shaggy. Shaggy is the richest member of Mystery
Okay. Why?
Inc. They did something where, like,
Selling
in one
all
of
that
the
weed.
cartoons, I think, where he like he found out like he owned his family had a fortune, like
Right,
like a rich.
And part
like,
of the joke with Scooby Doo is the sandwiches.
yeah,
You know, like
Yeah.
or like them like alluding to, like the Scooby Doo movie when you think they're getting like high and they're just
Hot
grilling
box in the
burgers in a
van,
van.
yeah.
yeah.
Like
But
that's
the funny thing
what
about
works.
Shaggy is
If-
that you
if
think
the-
he's a stoner, but like
yeah,
you
if he
never-
is a stoner, it doesn't work.
yeah, but like you never really know if he is or if he's just like that
Yeah.
because
And to do a Scooby-Doo show without
without
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby-Doo,
like, what are you
and apparently
thinking?
they all like hate each other. They're all really mean and they're horrible to each other, and it's like that's not what.
I was gonna give it a go, sort of depending on the reaction.
I can't.
simply for Glenn Howerton as Fred. But
yeah, but I think I get mad. I think I
yeah,
get
but
too
now
mad
like
watching it.
everyone's
I
like,
couldn't
no,
do
it's
it.
crap. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Like, wasn't that interested to begin with. I think the last big great show that I want to maybe end on was Better Call Saul, which I had refused to watch for years because when it first came out, I started watching it. And we've just come off Breaking Bad, and I was like, I'm just not really interested in the story they're trying to tell. I don't think Jimmy's a very good main character. I think he perfectly supports the story of Walt and Jesse. And then as it was wrapping up, I was like, everyone said this is one of the best shows on TV. So, I might as well give it a go. I've got nothing else to watch. And I think I binged 6 seasons in 2 weeks. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. It's a crime that it's not getting as many awards as like Breaking Bad did. I don't know why. It just
I've
seems
not
to be
seen it because I'm
slightly
only
overlooked.
on
I need
season
to
3 of
watch
Breaking
it.
Bad.
You've never finished Breaking Bad?
No, I'm on season 3 now. We're watching it through, and I am bored.
I knew you were going to say that.
I am bored out of my goddamn mind.
Season
My
4
God.
is
If I have to
perfect.
hear fucking Walt begging that horrible wife of his to come back one more time, I swear I'm gonna put my fucking head to a wall. Christ. Give me drugs and guns, and I should be watching Narcos. That's what I should be watching. That's much more my speed.
I think you run drugs and guns.
But everyone was like, "Oh, Breaking Bad's so good." I'm fucking waiting.
Well, I was such a big fan of Breaking Bad. I think I watched the entire show like 5 times through. But I think Better Call Saul's a much better show now because it's they took everything they learned on Breaking Bad.
Is it like what is it focused more on the side of like is he a lawyer in it? Yeah, he is a lawyer.
Yes, yeah.
Is it
he's a criminal lawyer. Yeah.
Is it focused more on that than like making meth? Because I don't really care about that anymore.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. More like
because
there's not many like
there's a lot
drugs
of
in it.
people
It's a lot of the business side of things.
Because
it going wrong.
The is it a prequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
does Tony Dalton play the guy who's also in the wheelchair?
No.
Okay, that's a different same family
Hector,
though, isn't
it?
Yeah,
it's Salamancas, yeah. So Hector is in the show. You see what happens to him while he's in the chair.
Okay.
And the character who Tony Dalton plays is one of the best in the entire show. And Michael Mando as well, who he played the bad guy in Far Cry 3. And,
he's the Scorpion guy
in Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, fucking incredible. I think the best character on the show.
How many episodes a season is that?
Like 12.
Oh God, that's 6 seasons as well. So many hours.
Honestly, though, by the end, I didn't want it to finish, and it's sort of in the last season becomes a sort of a sequel to Breaking Bad.
12 though is too much, isn't it?
12 episodes.
Yeah,
I think that's a sweet spot.
I don't know.
How much
episodes White Lotus? 8.
Yeah, but it's
8.
It took for what?
White Lotus, right? That was 8 episodes.
7. Maybe
7 or 8.
It depends. I think it depends what type of story you're trying to tell.
Yeah.
Because I feel like these big, expensive, like fantasy-esque, epic things, like they struggle quite a lot when they only have a certain amount of episodes. Like House of the Dragon, you can get away from it. You can get away with it because at its core, it's about mostly about slow dialogue between people, so you can fit a lot of character development. But when you've got something like the Rings of Power, where it's trying to have multiple characters, take you through a plot, and have amazing world building and amazing visuals and big set pieces, that 8 episodes, that isn't enough to make something completely satisfying. I mean, you probably can do it if you're good enough, but
because my problem used to be like, a lot of these shows coming out and they're 20 episodes a season, and they're already 5 seasons in. I'm like, I'm not catching
up.
If
it's 20
that was like
episodes,
supernatural
and
things like
that,
like terrestrial TV things. Yeah.
Prison
Break, 20
Break,
episodes of 20 minutes. That seems fine to me, which is weird. But if it's like 12 episodes of an hour, I'm like, that's really long.
Yeah, you're getting the illusion.
You know what I mean? I'm like, that's so long. 12-hour long episodes is way too long.
It's because your brain only has to process like 20 minutes of worth of plot, because usually that's how, I don't know, it's weird how it works.
And as we've established, I don't like using my brain too much when I go watch things.
Right, what we're gonna do is nominate your favorite show of 2022. We'll put a poll up on Twitter, and then the people can vote.
Was Ted Lasso 2022 second series? Ted Lasso?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, I think it was last year.
I watched it all last year, but I was behind, so I don't know if it was.
Double check.
Was that going to be a vote though?
That's why we're talking about it, because I love Ted Lasso. I don't think I've cried so much at a TV show ever.
Season 2. Oh no, 2021.
2021.
But yeah, what an incredible show. Season 3 is hitting this spring.
Springtime, can't wait.
Yeah.
Hopefully my Apple subscription is still on. Canceling it when my 6 months free ends. Hopefully it's
I think I've got 2 years.
Fun by
then. For free. So Calvin, what are you going to nominate as your best show 2022?
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon, Reese.
What are you nominating?
I was going to go Andor, but I've got backups.
I'm gonna go.
Be so rogue now, isn't it?
No, it's 2 very popular ones. I think we got Stranger Things. I love this season of Stranger Things.
Warranted, yeah. Yeah, so guys, head to Twitter. We'll have a poll up. You can vote between Andor, Stranger Things Season 4, and House of the Dragon, what you thought was the best show of 2022. And then next week, we can award them that. I don't have any awards, but I've got a Black Adam Funko Pop. The show can have that.
So we're gonna melt on camera.
This is your award.
Gonna sacrifice it to James Gunn.
Find the show's Twitter and we will tweet them and say you are our favorite show.
You have won this
2021.
Black Adam
2022. Congratulations.
Yeah. What we're gonna do now, I think each week we're gonna start just sort of talking about the movies that are gonna come out that week. Ideally we would get to all of them, review all of them, but that's not always the case. But we could talk about what we're expecting from these films. Are we excited? What we've heard so far? And this week is Damien Chazelle's Babylon, a 3-hour old Hollywood raunchy, debaucherous epic that has split audiences right down the middle. I think it's in the mid-40s for critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'll check the audience score because this has been out for a few weeks now in the States, but we are only just getting it.
I thought it was out several months ago in the UK.
Yeah, we went to go see Amsterdam, saw the trailer for Babylon. We went, what are we watching?
What are we watching?
Right, so yeah, 55% critic rating and 52% audience score. So, it could go either way. I think
I'd be looking forward to it more if it wasn't so long.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I imagine it's going to look amazing. I think Justin Hurwitz's score is obviously going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So as an experience, it might be really, really good. But then I feel like I've seen like that film before. I don't know why, or pieces of it in other films, and now it's just all being put together. I'm not really interested in the sort of debaucherous party nature of old Hollywood anymore. I feel like I've moved past it. I feel like it's not as I don't think it's as glamorous.
Yeah, didn't the people who do American Horror Story
as the people who are making it think it is anymore? In a way, people aren't really I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just don't romanticize that period anymore.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely excited for it because I've got tomorrow night off. I'm going to the biggest screen possible. I just want to get lost for 3 hours. I think it's going to be one of those where the craft will really pop. The production design, the costumes. So I'm just excited to go on a ride for 3 hours. I like Margot Robbie.
And she's really good in this as well.
Yeah, she looks great. Apparently, Diego Calva's very good. Obviously, Brad Pitt's going through a lot of controversy right now. So I've not really actually heard a ton
so you
about
get for releasing Bullet Train.
That's it. People
It's so
weren't happy
well,
with
you guys
Butterfly.
didn't like it, but I've seen so many people talk about it who loved it.
Fucking hated that film.
Like, I need to
Terrible.
watch it because I reckon
Terrible,
I
man.
genuinely reckon I'll going to enjoy it if I watch
That's
it.
in my bottom 10 of last year. I really.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should
despised
do
it.
a top 5 and a bottom 5 of
I
last
don't
year.
like talking about bad
negativity
movies.
wins.
Though. I just don't like it. Don't give them the
Nah, we'd
attention.
argue because my bottom 5 would probably be 2 of your top 5.
Yeah,
There'll be a whole thing about it.
Swear to God, if Avatar's in your bottom 5
I don't
and
think
Top
it
Gun.
is. I don't think either of them are. They're both middle. I definitely saw worse last year. I mean, I can think of
Thank
like
God.
probably 3 at the top of my head right now.
Because there was some trash last year. We went to see a lot of shit, didn't we? Like
Amma.
Moonfall,
Moonfall,
Death on the Nile.
God, I thought it was alright.
Ugh.
I'm gonna have a look at my letterbox and see my worst rated films were last year. It's real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to do a full
is-
show on bottom 5. So just say them now, Reese, if you've got them.
I don't know the full show, but when we do our top 5, we can do our bottom 5.
Morbius is there, obviously.
Yeah, Morbius will definitely be
Thor,
there.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
The 355, which was like the
I don't even know why you watched that.
because I watch everything.
I saw.
I don't know why
You could
I do
have
it to
watched.
myself.
You could have went back and watched a proven classic that you haven't seen, and you went to see the 355
I think I need to change my
Like to be
rating
in the
a little
know.
bit.
in the
I
know.
re-
Is that
I
was
really
that
didn't
film ever
like-
part of the know?
Like
I
a
really
day
didn't
on
like
Twitter.
Moonfall,
No.
but it is currently higher on my list than Top Gun and Avatar.
That's my 9th worst of last year.
It's alright. It's all arbitrary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morbius is my word. As half a star.
Elvis is very close to the bottom of my list. Jurassic World Dominion. Trash.
You know, I've been thinking recently. I don't really like star rating. I much prefer 1 to 10 because like the points. I like at least Letterboxd lets you do like the 3.5.
Yeah,
But
that's what we do. Though.
But
Yeah,
other
that's what we
things.
do.
Oh yeah, I know. But other things,
And that just
other
equates
apps,
to 1 out of
other
10.
apps sometimes don't let you do half a star. I'm like, why? Like 3.5 stars.
How many apps are you using
Yeah,
star ratings
just
on?
use the one app, man.
Yeah, why
Talking
wasn't
it.
why wasn't Goodreads that you do half stars, Cam? I know that's probably the one you're talking about.
That is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I knew it would be Goodreads.
Man, reads the one that
3.5 is worlds ahead of 3 stars in my eyes.
Well, yeah,
I think
because I'd
the
say a
halves do make a
7
the
is a
halves do
lot
make a
better than a
difference.
6.
And 2.5 stars looks so negative, but it's
But
like
it's right down the
half.
middle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
If it's
so
2.5
weird.
stars, though, that is pretty much like a to me,
Yeah.
like a right down the middle of what we're talking about, Babylon. So yeah, are we all gonna? I mean, I'm definitely going tomorrow night. Are you guys gonna see it?
Can't see it. I mean, what else is out?
That's
like a
all
pre-
this week.
I think
That's
it's
all
just
that's out.
Babylon, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Probably go
how
next
long?
week at some point.
How do you know how long Tar is out for? Probably like 3 days.
probably another week.
Christ. I'll try and see Babylon. I would rather see Tar.
Yeah, I mean, by all accounts, probably a much better film. But I think Babylon. Yeah, obviously Babylon's going to be nominated for a lot. I think a lot of the craft awards.
It'll probably win score because
Yeah,
it'll
he's
just
won.
be
He's won a few already.
yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got the Golden Globe. He's just been
Did
nominated.
you
for
guys
BAFTA.
did you guys watch the Hollywood Reporter Actors Roundtable this year?
Yeah, man.
God, this is so good.
Always do. Yeah, everyone. that was a good table. It
Yeah.
was a good table. We were all watching it together, and Austin Butler came on doing the voice. Oh, here he goes. Just going from Colin Farrell and Brendan Fraser, Ke Kwan to Austin Butler. Because
To be
I
fair
just
to him,
don't
he
think he should be
seemed-
part of that conversation.
He seemed pretty humble.
Yeah,
thought
no,
he was gonna
I
be
think
like
as a guy,
real-
he seems, he seems like a pretty decent bloke. I just not a fan of Elvis. I'm like, when he's part of these roundtables, I'm like,
At least he can
"There's
redeem
someone else
it.
in there, man.
He could redeem it in Dune 2 though, so
Yeah, which I have no doubt he'll probably be great in. Denis always gets really good performances from his actors, and he's obviously picked him for a reason. So
without an
I have
audition as
faith in
well.
that. Without an audition, yeah. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a review for Babylon Babylon out
Babylon.
within the next week. But let us know on Twitter if you're excited for that. So last week we did Reese's very hard movie quiz. I had a much easier one prepared. So
Let's go.
We're going to do 10 questions. I think, 1, 2, 3. 10 questions. And again, as usual, your name is your buzzer. First to buzz in gives their answer first. I will keep score.
Very tired today, Reese. You could have me on this one.
The last quiz I took part in, I didn't score a single point. So,
this is all films released in 2022. Are we ready?
Yeah.
What was the name given to the creature in Jordan Peele's Nope?
I don't know that.
Reese. Oh,
Go on, Reese.
fucking Jean something. Was it just Jean Jacket?
Jean Jacket.
Yeah.
Just Jean.
Jean.
No,
You had Jean Jack.
or
No.
Yeah, Jean Jacket.
Jean.
Billie Jean.
Question 2. What was the name of the company founded by Janelle Monáe's character in Glass Onion?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
It starts with A.
Apple.
No. Steve Jobs.
Atrium or something like that.
No, it was. Anyone want one more guess before?
No.
Airfield.
Airfield. It was Alpha.
No, I don't know. I can't remember.
What was Atlantis changed to in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever?
Calvin. Was it Talakan?
Yep. He's on the board. How many MCU projects were released in 2022?
Reese.
Oh,
just films or
no? Altogether.
Christ.
He can't just sit there and count, can he?
No, I'm tossing up between
Calvin.
7.
Nope. Calvin.
6.
No.
Was it 8?
Calvin.
It was 8. We give.
He was good. I don't know.
I was between 7 and 8.
He was close to the first time, so Reese can have that point.
Okay.
Question 5.
Hell, so much shit.
What was the name of Podrick's donkey in the Banshees of Inisherin?
Calvin. Was it Emily?
No.
I can't remember if it was male or female.
Female.
Cynthia.
Nope.
Cynthia.
Sue.
Nope. Sue.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, Betty.
No, close though. Same amount of
Letty?
syllables. No.
Same amount of syllables. Is that
Same
close,
amount of
is it?
syllables. Oh,
Has he got it?
Reese. Jenny.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
Betty.
I was going to 2-syllable names.
Betty Sue. Right. Question 6. What universe does Waymond come from to recruit Evelyn in Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Calvin.
The
Alphaverse.
Oh.
Question 7. Which other
two alphas you put in there?
No. Which other Tom Cruise film did Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski direct?
Calvin. Shit, which one was it?
5.
Okay, so don't do that. Was it Edge of Tomorrow?
No.
Calvin.
No, you can't. No, it's Reese's turn.
Oh no.
Fucking, I don't know. What's Tom Cruise been in?
Can't remember now.
Jack Reacher 2. I don't know.
No. Calvin, do you want one more?
Yeah. Was it American Made?
It was not. You've named 2 Doug Liman movies. Reese.
Not bad.
I don't know any other films he's been in apart from the Mission Impossible films. I don't think it's any of them.
No, it was Oblivion.
No.
Vivian.
No,
I've heard
anyone
of it.
remember that? The
I've heard of it.
moon ripoff.
Not seen it.
Question 8. Dr. Michael Morbius jokingly refers to himself as which other Marvel character in the seminal film?
Calvin. Venom.
Venom. You are 3 apiece.
Oof.
What is the name of Black Adam's home country?
Calvin.
Calvin.
Kandak.
Yep. Ooh. What was the name of the new clan introduced in Avatar: The Way of Water?
Oh, fuck's sakes. Go on, Calv. It's all you. I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. I can't remember that.
No?
The appropriation.
The Malakatoyan.
Metcaina.
Oh, that's not far. Wasn't far enough.
Well, Calvin won that 4-3. So
There we go.
give yourself a hand, Calvin. As an award, you can have this Ray Funko Pop.
Oh,
that is now yours.
Keep it,
but I'll keep it here for you.
Ray who?
Ray Star Wars.
That's her name. Ray Sidious.
Star Wars.
That had as much impact as Ray Skywalker. Ray Star Wars. Right, that is going to be it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Just remind you all, we are on Twitter at Keeping It Real UK. Give us a follow from there. You can find links to all of our streaming platforms and social media on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, and TikTok, whichever app you use to listen to your podcast. Make sure to follow us, like us, and give us a 5-star rating. We're also on YouTube, and we'd love to have you all as subscribers so you never miss another video. This week, we're going to have reviews for Megan and episode 1 of The Last of Us, so go check those out. And until next time, keep it real.